Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I've sort of done this video before. I did a video a while ago where I remade thumbnails of mine that I hate at 3 in the morning. But anyway, this time I'm going to be remaking 6 thumbnails, 6 of my thumbnails, and I don't think they're all necessarily terrible. I just look at them and I go, could be better. This time I'm going to be trying something new. I'm going to be using Procreate on my iPad, which I've never used to make thumbnails before. But we're going to see how it goes. You know what, let's just get started. Let's start with what is probably the one that needs the least amount of change. So this is the thumbnail for my Rusty Lake Roots episode number 6 or something. It's just called like Mother Dearest, I think. And I don't think that this, thank you loud car, I don't think that this is a terrible thumbnail. I just, compared to the other ones, I don't like it as much, and like, it's okay. For whatever reason, I don't like what I did with my face in this one, and I want to try something with the image of the mother, but also like something that'll bring up every once and then is that like if most people are going to be watching YouTube on their phones, or smaller devices, they're not going to be watching it on TVs, and so when they're scrolling through, they're seeing a small image, right? And so like this one actually is not bad. Small. Some other ones that we look at will be pretty bad. But this one is, it's okay. It's whatever. So let's get rid of this. We're going to start off by making it really big. And also another thing you have to remember, let me just so when you're making thumbnails, right, something to keep in mind is that this section here is going to be covered up by like the timestamp, like how long the video is. So normally I switch around on like what side I put my face. So this one, my face will be here. Sometimes I don't have my face in a video, in a thumbnail at all, but it doesn't really matter. But sometimes, a lot of times I will put my face over here because I feel like that's less important, because you've seen my face 1,000 times before. I find the content itself more interesting. So those are just little things that I've picked up along the way. I don't really care too much about the outline of like me. Like I get enough so that it's good. And then I will, how do I select the inverse again? See, here's the thing, right? I have broad shoulders, I have big shoulders, and they're not great for thumbnails. So a lot of times I have to like cut my shoulders to be, more appropriately sized per se. Then we invert. There we go. That's what I wanted. And then we're gonna grab a big old eraser, and we're gonna erase everything that isn't what I want. We're gonna get that the hell out of here. Okay. I feel like that's probably pretty good. I might need a little more room, so we're gonna make you a little bit smaller, I think. Something like that, sure. So an idea that I had was I wanted to maybe use this picture of her, but like make it better? I don't know. I have this rough idea in my head and I don't know how it's gonna go, but we're gonna see. Maybe if I just have her face kind of like up here, and then we can move you over this way, this in a way more. Now we can lower the opacity. It should look better. Yeah, okay. Now the main thing I'm noticing, number 1, is we're getting that there, and I don't need that there. Sometimes it's harder, especially like darkness. Dark colors are very hard to see in some of like the smaller images on YouTube itself. So sometimes you have to brighten things up So sometimes I'll upload the thumbnail, see it's not working, and I'll just up the contrast or up the brightness again really quickly, and then see where it goes from there. But I'm liking this. I'm thinking this is good. This to this. And I think that's a pretty good improvement. I like this much better. I think it's more interesting having more than just the constellation mother in there. So I'm liking this more. I think I'm happy with this. So this one needs a decent amount of work here, and I'll tell you one of the main reasons. Number one, we got this, and I like that. That's good. But what in all of this am I meant to be understanding? Like this is just a thing that I'm missing, and I'm realizing that I need this logo. That's annoying. But there's nothing here for me to be like, what does this relate to any of this? How does that happen? See, this is an image from the game. The problem is it's very orange, and it's very hard to tell what exactly is happening here. This is one of those things where we need to do something. Even just increasing the brightness is already helping a lot. Okay, I'm feeling better about this. Now, how did I have it originally? I had my face on the left side, so we'll probably do that here, meaning this image has got to get flipped because I don't need the gun. So let's take my face, this beautiful, beautiful face of mine that I have, is truly gorgeous, really. I in no way think that I am the genius of YouTube thumbnails, I will say, at least I'm not Mr. Beast in that every thumbnail of mine has the same image of me going, or was a closed mouth now or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't care. I take new pictures of myself for every thumbnail I do. True story. I could just have a collection of them at this point, but I don't. Would that be easier? Yeah, almost certainly. Almost positively. But I don't do that because I'm not very smart. I think if I just do select, that's what I want. There we go. And then on a new layer, we're going to take this big old thing. We're going to get this. This is how we're going to do our shadow, because this image does not stand out as well as it should from the background. So we're going to go ahead and do this. See, this is already so much fucking better, my god. And then from afar, I'm liking it. But what I'm feeling the least right now is this guy, this fleshy pound. We're gonna arc you more towards like a blue color to again get that nice little contrast. I'm feeling that. I think we did a good improvement. From afar, looks good. Up big, looks good. I'm liking it. And again, you'll be seeing the final touch-ups. So this one is an episode of my Sonic and All-Stars Racing playthrough. The problem is, oh my god, that's so big. The problem is, what is any of that? That's so fucking uninteresting. And the title of this is Victory at Last. So, what about this indicates victory? Like, sure, I have a nice little smug little smile that is perfectly punchable, might I add. So, I'm going to use this image instead because it's more interesting. It has more contrast. I like it more. We're going to add this motherfucker because this is the guy that I play as. Okay? I like this much better already. So yeah, I don't know if I ever finished my thought because I have a bad habit of not doing that. But I don't think I'm the best thumbnail maker by any stretch of the imagination. What I will say is that I do think that I am good at making thumbnails. I think that I make pretty decent thumbnails, and I think that a lot of them are visually enjoyable to look at. Again, I don't think I'm the best. I think I could do better a lot of the time. But generally speaking, I think I have good thumbnails. I almost even want to make it red. I like that. I don't know if I want to go with that color red specifically. Let me see if I can kind of pick the red in here. Oh my god. There's probably an easier way to do all of this, by the way. The problem is I don't know Procreate that well. And this little bit here is really bothering me. Oopsie. So I'm gonna like cover over this text here, and if you look away, you can notice it. It's not that noticeable thing, though. The thing is, people aren't scrutinizing every minor detail of your thumbnails, and I will try to hide it a little bit. Now, I actually kind of wonder if I do. Nope, definitely not. But I think that that's better because you're less likely to be like, something's wrong here, and then you kind of feel it a little bit. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm liking this one. I think that's pretty good. I think vast improvement. I forgot to do it last time, but here's a quick before, after. Okay, so this is my Gato Roboto video. The problem with this one is the game is in black and white, so it's kind of hard to make it look interesting from a thumbnail. And so I went with this little cat boy aesthetic, right? The problem is I used a fucking shitty Snapchat filter, and so we just got this like awful, really bad quality cat ears here. So we're gonna try and fix that, I think. But then we got this horribly offensive image of me that I probably should not put on the internet. But I am. Now we need enough space to get the cat ears in, which you might have gotten a peek at if you're paying attention to my layers there. God, I hate this. I think actually what I want to do. Okay. I'm liking it more. I think that I can move over, though. I think that I can move over this way. Okay, now for the tough part is adding my cat ears. Okay, we getting somewhere, motherfuckers. Yes. Yeah. Oh, we're getting somewhere, everybody. Now, I don't know if I want a blush on me, but I am considering it for certain. Little. Oh, now that's just adorable. Now that's just precious. Maybe I put a little blush on the cat, too. You know what? I think it works. It also adds some color over here, so I like that. We went from this piece of shit right here to this beautiful sacred image, so I think that's an improvement for sure. This one, it's not the worst thing that I've ever seen in the world, but here's the main issues I have. This is a boss. It doesn't look intimidating that much. And then I did like an absolutely terrible cutout job, and the lighting is weird. So we're just gonna fix that. So the first thing I did was try to find. Now this is from the trailer, I believe, but it's a much more interesting image. Now, is that better, or are you? This might be better. And then we got my face to put in. There's a corner here that I have to deal with, but we'll get there. Okay? We'll get there. Calm to settle down, alright? I understand. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm doing. Okay? Jesus. Because I feel like this area is kind of unnecessary. Like, it covers the second snake head, but the other one is the focal point anyway. So it's not like desperate times, you know. Now, a problem that I'm feeling right now is that I know that this is like hair, but it's not reading as hair. So So we're gonna try and do this. I just feel like my hair is a lot in this one. Maybe I'm crazy. Like I kind of want to, oopsie. I want to try just getting rid of some of it. I feel like that might not look great, but yeah, I like it more, I guess. And now we're just gonna take this and do that. Bada bing, bada boom. That's handled. And then take this. Continue that. Take this. Am I on the right layer? I am. And kind of continue this. And then I'm going to take the blur tool here. Oh my god. We're just going to kind of blend this a little bit. I don't fucking notice it, really, so I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this. I think that's good. I think that's another one done. Let's do a quick little, here's what it looked like. This piece of shit right here. Pretty bad. And this is what it looks like now. I'm much happier with that. So, yippee, we did it. I saved this one for last because this is one of my favorite series. Oh, this is one of my favorite series of all time that I have on my channel. And I love the thumbnails for every video except this one. Number one, the baddie, it takes up that much out of this much of the video, of the thumbnail. And I don't like that. I want him to take up more. And also, I just don't like the weird lighting that I have going on here, and there's so much empty space. I was trying to show it off originally, but it just didn't really work for me. This is the brightest one, so I feel like theoretically this one works the best. So we're gonna start with that one. We may change our mind, but that's okay. Now I need the bad guy. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to add like, I won't do this now, but I want to add like a little like glowing glint. I don't hate it. If I don't like it, I'll fix it and I'll make it better in post. And then we need my face, of course. Now I know it doesn't make that much sense because the light is coming from right there, but I have a feeling, yeah, it'll just make me feel better anyway. So really, it's helping. Sometimes the logic doesn't make sense, but you just gotta go for it anyway because it just looks better. I do think that you kind of need a bit of adjustment here, just to make you pop a little bit more. I'm going to bring you into the pinkish range. And then I think I'm going to try the same for me as well. And then really the background is nothing here. I mean, I also want to include this guy. I mean, it's fine, but I want to see if I can get something a little bit interesting maybe in there. So I kind of want to test this one out. And I feel like that does help. Oh yeah, now that's a fucking thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, frick to the frick, yeah, my guys. Major, vast improvement on this one. I think this might be my favorite one. Now let's do the final compare and contrast, shall we? We went from this to this. Yeah, that's a lot better. So I think that is the last thumbnail that I have planned for this. I might do this again with more thumbnails, depending. We'll see though. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's not like my normal ones. I guess I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash like, smash subscribe, just like I'll smash. I'm trying to think of a legal way to say it. Just if you don't like my new thumbnails, I will cry. So if you want to alleviate any chances of that happening, you really should subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.